Hey guys, Marsing here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be looking at this new event, the Bardock event, Furious Charge Breaking the Siege. So this is basically based on the part where Bardock flies up to confront Frieza and has to fight his way through a whole bunch of soldiers. There is a stage for each typing, so I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I think that have come up, because we did try a bunch of these stages on the stream. As you can see, a few of them are completed already. Some of them not yet, and one of them I didn't record, so we'll be redoing that one first. But basically, you fight 5 stages of 5 soldiers, so 25 enemies in total. As each of the stages goes on, you get less turns that you have to beat it in. And when you get to the final turn, the 5th fight against the 5 soldiers, you only get 1 turn. So obviously strong AoE units are the key, or units that get multiple additional attacks. Pure Saiyans are the units that get like the bonus damage. So Pure Saiyans are who you want to bring if you want to be as effective as possible. And so of course a unit that probably springs to mind straight away is STR LR Broly. So they deliberately made it so that this event you basically don't do damage unless you have type advantage. And they did that on purpose, I think, because otherwise you literally could just take LR Broly in and destroy everyone. So, as you can see, we actually did this run on stream, but I forgot to record it. This is by far the easiest one, so we're going to jump in and do this one first. Double LR Broly lead, so even with a 120 lead, this is more than enough for him to kill all the enemies by himself. I think in the final fight, because the enemies do get tougher as it progresses as well, in the final fight, he doesn't one-shot them with his first AoE, but he pretty much kills them. So the second AoE just finishes everyone off. So the only way you'll get really unlucky is if you don't have a Broly on starting rotation, because obviously here we have Broly on turn 1 and a Broly on turn 2. We don't really want to get his 18 key super, because we just want to AoE super and kill everyone. So realistically, we more likely want to just do 2 AoEs rather than 18 key supering one person and then doing 1 AoE. But like I said, for the first couple of phases, he's just going to kill everyone with the first AoE super anyway. And so I just brought a bunch of units that give him some buffs, give him some support, change orbs, that kind of stuff. One thing to bear in mind as well when you're going through these stages is that you do not get attacked at any point, right? So you don't need to worry about bringing units that can actually take hits. So say for example, if you really wanted to, on every single stage you could bring Kid Buu and get that 50% buff. I mean, I'm not saying that this team build that I'm using is even the best team. This is just because this is the easiest one, right? You just need LR Broly and he kills everyone. So on JP, if you already have the STR Super Vegeta, who is a Pure Saiyans lead, you could bring him and then bring a Broly friend and just run STR units. If you don't have him, you could obviously bring LR Broly and then just bring an LR friend. If you don't have LR Broly, you could look at using maybe the old school Dokkan Fest Broly. He's obviously not as good, but he's still got type advantage, does the AoE. Remember, you can bring items. So for the last 2 stages, you could try nuking with the items that change orbs and give extra attack. That, of course, doesn't work out as well for the LR, because it basically guarantees you're getting the 18 key for the first super. But then the second super, he'll have such a ridiculously high attack stat that he'll just one-shot everybody anyway. So as you can see, LR Broly just absolutely destroying everyone. This is the second to last one, so you can see we've got 6 charges, which basically means 2 turns, and then for the final turn you only have 3 charges, so you only have the 1 turn. So, but yeah, double AoEs with Broly is just more than enough. So far 1 AoE has been more than enough. So as you can see here, second fight without any support items, no support units. He's missing a couple of links, so a couple of them weren't killed, but they survived with like the tiniest amount of health. So then the second super attack just comes in and finishes off everyone. So nice and easy. And then here we are again. We want to make sure we don't get the 18 key super, so we might as well. Let's just grab these for the Vegito. Let them beat someone, I guess. And then, yeah, double AoE super for you. then we'll give all of these to Kame as well, why not? Because, I mean, the Vegeta and Goku in slot 1 might get an additional super. So, I mean, they're going to take out whoever it is they're attacking. And if they get an additional, they might take out a second person. But it doesn't really matter, because obviously Broly is going to be firing off the double AoEs. So, we are going to be all good here. Yeah, crit. So they take out 2. And then Broly just gets to come in here with the double AoE. How much is the first one? Yeah, see, the first one, if we don't crit, they just about survive. And then here comes the second one. So, first stage, absolute joke. STR Broly completely destroys it. Obviously, if you don't have him, it's going to be a lot harder. But he is very, very strong. So, yeah, very, very good unit. Easy to do. Obviously, like I said, I beat this one first on stream. So, I've done all the missions for this stage, so it's not going to come up. But that is the STR one. So, let us go ahead and jump into the next one. So we're trying out in with the double blue evolution Vegeta leads, because the hope is that with the higher leader skill, his active skill will be able to kill everybody, even in the last stage. Now the only problem is, of course, that we need to get additionals with a lot of our characters, especially early on, if we want to get the big damage. So Gohan's not a pure Saiyan, so he's probably not going to be able to one-shot anyone anyway, so we don't need to worry about giving him orbs. Ideally, if we pick up a lot of same type orbs, maybe we could get a Dokkan attack by the end. That would be nice. But I mean, you see straight away on turn 1, Vegeta's Vegeta didn't get an additional super, so we're only going to kill what, 2 enemies in this first round, which is pretty bad. And then we'll go like this. Goku obviously has a chance to do an additional super in the middle slot, but it's not necessarily going to go off. So as long as Goku or Vegeta gets an additional here, we should be okay. That first rotation, that was the friend Vegeta as well, who's Rainbow. So he should have had some additional in hidden potential system, whereas unfortunately mine is only 55%. So yeah, mine didn't get the additional, so we really need Goku to actually get his additional here, or we're going to have a really bad start. Wow. So yeah, this is probably the worst start we've had out of any of the runs so far. So that's nice. Yeah, we'll let UI finish him off here. Grab these. Just keep grabbing same type orbs. I wonder if we could actually get the Dokkan attack. You should try to get both Vegetas on the final rotation and save the AoE. That would be interesting, yeah. But yeah, that went very badly for the first one. I think we should go back to the previous strategy where we were using the if we can find another God Goku friend and have the have Raditz on the team as well, because with the nuking item, Raditz will be able to one-shot everybody. But because we could bring a God Goku friend and then nah, because again, like Vegeta as the leader, Vegeta as the leader is what I'm hoping on to make his AoE powerful enough to kill everybody. Because in the previous attempt, 55% Vegeta under double LR God Goku lead, so that's what, 130 lead. His AoE didn't kill everybody. So when does the Easy A? Easy A should be out in like 20 minutes. Alright, come on Vegeta, we need the additional here. You gotta help me out. We're struggling so far. Because is this only the second one? And we don't get the additional. We're getting really unlucky with all of these characters that have like built-in additionals. They're just not getting them. We are getting a lot of same type orbs though, so potentially we could actually get the Dokkan attack in the last fight, which would be interesting, because then we could use the active skills in the other ones. But Because we only get 2 turns here. So what we need to do here is pray for some additionals, and then we might have to active skill next turn, even though I don't really want to. But oh yeah, we can easily get a Dokkan attack by the end of this now. We've picked up so many same type orbs that getting the Dokkan attack here should be pretty easy. I ran double LR Godku. Yeah, that's what I tried to do the first time, but LR Godku friends are not particularly easy to get. Film does work. You can. Oh, so film does work. So yeah, we could use the Zeno item to make the Blue Evolution Vegetas even more powerful. That would be actually kind of good. But yeah, here we're really relying on. Do I use the active skill? Because we're really relying on Goku or Vegeta getting additionals. And if neither of them get additionals, we lose. Because I think I'll do this. We're only going to have at maximum 5 more turns left anyway. So we'll do this. We just have to hope that one of them gets an additional. And if they don't, we just lose. But I mean, they've both got a built-in, what is it, 30% chance to additional super. So if one of them could actually additional, that would be nice. Of course, you're not going to. Come on, Goku. Yeah, collection of epic battles. Okay, phew, Goku. Whew, thanks, Goku. Collection of epic battles comes out when Goku's Easy A comes out. That is correct. Alright, so I think we can kind of cheese this now, because we can use both of the Vegeta AoEs, and then we can Dokkan attack in the last fight. Because if we do this, get some of the same type orbs to build up towards the Dokkan attack, then AoE with Vegeta. And they specifically made it so that enemies that don't have type advantage do way less damage. And they, to be honest, they probably did that just so that you can't use LR Broly to just beat every single stage. So, alright, so here we go. Final stage. Now, we can AoE straight away. We've got the 50% support Gohan as well. So, potentially, well, there's barely any int orbs though. So, hopefully we can actually get the Dokkan attack. But maybe Vegeta will be enough here. We got the 50% support from Gohan. We got the attack up item active. I didn't see whether this was my one or the friend one though. If this is my one, we might not one shot because mine's only 55%. Ooh, that's big damage. Okay, yeah, I think we're all good now actually. Do we get this? I think we do, right? Yeah, let's go. Final explosion. Okay, there you go. So that is int done. We even get a link level for Zeno Vegeta. Love to see it. Alright, well there you go. That is int done. Alright, so jumping in for the AGL run. We found a Majin Vegeta friend. So we're running a Majin Vegeta friend and then Blue Evolution Vegeta as the leader. Because obviously he's the slightly better lead for Pure Saiyans. But the biggest problem is going to be like this, is whether or not we can get the Ultra Super. But we can get the Ultra Super turn 1 for Majin Vegeta without having to use any of our orb changing items, which is exactly what we want. Because we have the items that we can do 2 nukes, but we can only do 2. So, LR Spirit Bomb Goku's not AoE, no. That would be great. But yeah, not having Nappa and Vegeta myself definitely makes this a little bit more difficult. This should be a good setup, right? Yeah, Majin Vegeta with both of the AGL orb changers. So, full 24 key super. I think we probably lucked out here, boys. We got such a good starting rotation. So, straight away, double Majin Vegeta domination for the first 2 turns. Because then we just save our 2 nukes for the last 2 turns, and then we should be GG. So, actually, as long as this next phase goes okay, I think we're looking pretty good here. Can we get... Oh, we don't get the 18 key super if we do that. So let's try dropping down... Let's try dropping down any more blues, or connecting any more blues here. Okay, no, we don't get any more. So this one, we can afford to take 2 turns. Because, like I said, we only have 2 nukes. So we can afford to take 2 turns to beat this one. And then, yeah, use the 2 nukes for the last 2 is basically the plan. So, a little bit of a hiccup. That's the problem. Without having the orb changing items, getting the AoE for... how come you don't have Nappa and Vegeta miss some tournaments? Nappa and Vegeta are a summonable LR. So, I don't have them because I've just never pulled them from the LR banners, unfortunately. And I made the decision to spend my yellow coins on getting a copy of Turles. Because I had Turles at 55% and he's one of my favourite LRs in the game. So I bought the first dupe for him to get him to 69%. And then in my collab that I did with Tiger and Periodic on the Part 2 LR banner for the anniversary, I pulled 2 copies of him. So he's at 90% now for me, which is really good. But Nappa and Vegeta, I just wouldn't use them that often. So I didn't really see the point of buying them. But obviously now I kind of wish I had. But... Alright, so just to make doubly sure, we'll get some... Actually, what am I doing? We don't need to get extra, like, links or anything. We're going to be fine. So, we do this, and then we do this. So this is this fight done, and then, yeah, literally, we can just nuke the last 2, and then we should be fine. We should get the W here. Do you think the Part 2 LRs will have special gimmicks? I hope so, considering the 2 Dokkan Fest, like the dual Dokkan Fest LRs, didn't have like revivals or nullification or anything like that, so I am kind of hoping that the new ones do. So, but yeah, for both of these turns now, we can go ahead, change all the green orbs to blue, then change another random orb type to blue, whilst also getting extra attack per orb. Apparently it didn't change any of them, which is very annoying, but because of the buff, we still should one-shot everybody. So of course the game trying to screw me over here by getting the... Yeah, JP has the easy A for Majin Vegeta. So if you're on JP, this is going to be way easier. Because him having his easy A. 2 million attack stat, he should one-shot everybody, even without crits. Right? Come on, he must do. Wow, no. Apparently not. But we did get some crits, so hopefully we don't have many of them to finish off here. Oh, wow, we actually do. We still get 2 turns for this one, though, right? Yeah, see, we started off so well. I was so confident at the beginning. And then we, yeah, it tried to screw me over real bad. You know what? Just for the sake of the hilarious overkill. This event goes to show you never know when you need one particular unit. Yeah, exactly. If I bought Nappa and Vegeta and just had Turles at 79%, that would be helping me out right now, because Turles definitely isn't like a huge help for this particular event. But yeah, overkill this Frieza soldier with Goku's active skill. Alright, so hopefully it doesn't screw me over with the orbs this time. So we go ahead and we change all of the green orbs to blue. Then we go ahead and use the Chilai. Come on, don't screw me this time. Alright, there we go. That's more like it. So let's put Vegeta in slot 1. You won't get any extra links from Bardock, no. So we'll do this. Just connect these all up a little bit more. And then, yeah, with 17 orbs, I'm pretty sure we're one-shotting everybody here with Majin Vegeta. So, there we go. And then Bardock going to be able to finish off any stragglers. But, I mean, Vegeta's attack stat should be pretty ridiculous here. Yeah, 4 million. So, I think that's GG for everybody. Yeah, 14 million crits and 11 million non-crits. I think we're good. So, yeah, we had a little bit of a shaky time in the middle after 2 very strong starting turns there. But, yeah, AGL getting destroyed with the double Majin Vegeta setup. So, again, if you're on JP, it'll be much easier because he has his easy A already. And obviously, because you're not being attacked and it doesn't really matter who you bring on your team, you can bring like a Bulma and a Trunks and like anyone else to fully maximize easy A Majin Vegeta's passive. So, yeah, definitely going to be easier on JP, this one. Okay, so here we are for the tech stage. We are using double Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta leads. Our main damage dealers are going to be the Vegetas, Broly, who gets a guaranteed additional super, and then, of course, Majin Vegeta for the AoE. Now, the plan, basically, is going to be that once we get near to the end, I need to make sure that we float off Majin Vegeta so that I can then get him onto rotation for when the last fight starts. So basically Majin Vegeta needs to be on rotation for the last fight so that we can then use the nuke and just kill with him. So obviously starting off straight away in like the first slot, he's obviously going to be able to just one-shot everybody for the first couple of turns, right? So that's fine. But on the other rotation, Broly gets the additional super, but that's the only thing we get like guaranteed. So on the rotations where we don't have Majin Vegeta, we can only really guarantee that we're going to kill 3 or 4 enemies at a time. So we're not going to have, like, we're not just going to go straight from rotation 1 in one fight, rotation 2, back to rotation 1, like, because multiple of the fights are going to take multiple turns. Now, that's not an issue necessarily, because obviously the event gives us multiple turns to be able to do these earlier stages. So that's what we're trying to take advantage of here. So I was just trying to get my notepad ready at the start. I should have really been looking up at the screen more, but hey. Because I want to make sure I know what fight we're in exactly. So we're in fight 2, because I need to make sure when we get to fight 4 that I float off Vegeta so that we get him back. Or I need to float him off the turn before, so at the end of fight 3, so that we basically don't have him at all for fight 2, and then he comes in as the first unit on rotation in the last fight. So yeah, this one takes a lot of thinking, because we only have the one AoE unit that's capable of just wiping out everybody by himself. So we've got to be very careful. Right, we get the additional. Let's go. So this is fight 3 coming up then. So if we're in fight 3 now, I need to float off Vegeta. But Vegeta should be able to one-shot nuke everybody. So if I do this, and then this, we've still got the attack up from the item. He needs to kill everybody here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Alright, perfect. So if we do just this, and then this. Right, so Majin Vegeta one-shots. Then we move into fight 4, where we have 2 turns. As long as we kill everybody in those 2 turns, we then get Majin Vegeta back on rotation for the last fight, and he one-shots everybody because we use the nuke again. Is the plan. So hopefully that works out. So this is what you have to do when you only have one unit. So when you get into fight 3, you have to float them off, and then you have to win fight 4 in the 2 turns. So obviously between them, Broly and the Vegeta on this rotation are going to kill at least 3 people. Ideally, we do want to get extra supers here if we can, because the more of them we take out this turn, the more we sort of guarantee that we're going to get on the next turn. So we'll go ahead and do this. That gives him his damage bonus. Then we'll get the... might as well transform with Broly, do extra damage, because then if he gets an additional 12 key, we know we're still going to get, we're still going to be one-shotting people, and obviously Cell, unfortunately, is not going to be able to do anything. And then on the next rotation, we have Vegeta and a Tech Super Saiyan 2 Goku, who should both be able to one-shot their enemies. So then that leaves us in a good position. As long as we do get an extra additional here. Okay, we didn't with Vegeta. Because if we get an additional with either Vegeta or Broly, that basically secures the win. Otherwise, we're kind of counting on that Goku being able to one-shot, which he should be able to. But if he doesn't, then obviously we come undone. But we shall see. So Broly... Oh, Broly gets the additional super. So... Alright, we're good now. So Broly getting the additional super means that Vegeta on the next turn definitely kills the last guy. And then that gives us Majin Vegeta on turn 1 for the final fight. So we can use the tech nuking item and just annihilate everybody with his AoE. Unless we get really horrible luck with how the orbs change, of course. Because that is a possibility as well. So we'll go ahead and just do this. No reason really to grab same type orbs, but we'll do it anyway. So with the 50% support from Kid Buu, there's no way Vegeta doesn't take this guy out. And even if somehow he didn't, Goku would as the follow-up. Yeah, 10 million damage, no crit. I think we're all right. So Vegeta, and there you go. It worked out perfectly. So Vegeta on rotation. He has those 4 links with you. Definitely want Saiyan Pride because it is the more powerful link. We'll go ahead and activate this for the extra damage, and then the orb changing item. Okay, so that means we have to put you in slot 1 and do this, but that's fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then Majin Vegeta. We only get 4 tech orbs, so hopefully with the items stacked up, this is going to be enough. Because if he doesn't one-shot, then we fail, basically. So we did get a really unfortunate setting with the orbs, so it's going to come down to a bit of luck here, I think. Oh, actually, no, we're getting 8 million damage with no crit, so I think we're good, yeah. Yeah, 8 million damage, no crit means you're fine. So there you go. That is the tech phase done. So as you can see from the strategy that we did here, if you only have one really strong AoE unit, then you have to make sure that you float them off in Fight 3 and then win Fight 4 in the 2 phases. I mean, you only have 2 turns, so you have to. But win Fight 4 in the 2 turns, and then your Nuka comes in on the last phase and you AoE everybody to death. So there you go. That was the last stage I needed to get to because I needed to figure out that strategy. So we beat the last mission, and that is the Tech 1 done. Okay, so finally we have physical. Now this one was being a bit of a nightmare, and funnily enough I tweeted saying this is the only stage I have left to do. It would be really nice if Dragon Ball Super Broly didn't transform because he stops being an AoE unit, and then some genius, shout out to Energiz on Twitter, it might be pronounced Energiz, but on Twitter, for suggesting reverse him, because yeah, reversed Dragon Ball Super Broly doesn't transform, but still has an AoE super attack. So obviously the leader skill is lower, the overall damage is lower, so we're going to bring a whole bunch of support units. I didn't change my item from the previous one. We need Dabura Cookie for physical, don't we? Yep. So let's go ahead and see if this works. Be interesting to see. We'll use turn 1 as like a test, so it'll be interesting to see if we one-shot. We already have the setup that we want, which is 1 physical Broly on both rotations, so that's perfect. And let us go ahead and use the attack up item here, 25% extra for 5 turns. This is a really good item for this event, by the way, because like 5 turns, pretty good. I mean, if you one-shot all the phases, it only takes 5 turns, but hopefully we don't need to worry about anyone else's supers, actually, so it doesn't even matter. I don't know why I'm trying to worry about who gets what orbs, because the goal for this run, of course, is to just have Dragon Ball Super Broly AoE kill everybody. Now, he's only getting a 1.3 million attack stat, so that's going to be good enough for stage 1. Is it going to be good enough for stage 2? Now, the thing is, it doesn't really have to be good enough for any of the stages, as long as the 2 Brolys together can kill everybody. Because obviously, remember, you get double... he's got no links with him. You get double... you get at least 2 turns to beat every single fight, except for the last one. So really, we only have to 1-turn the last fight, right? So if we get to, say, the second to last fight, and the first Broly does his AoE, and it doesn't do at least half damage to everybody, then we can use one of the nuking items to then go ahead and use the AoE with the second one on the next turn. So it looks like at least for the first 2 turns here, we are able to get the one shot, so that's good. We might as well just keep him around with a support unit. So, because what do you guys have? Saiyan Warrior Race and Prepared for Battle. Because you pick up Super Saiyan from them, so I guess we might as well put him in slot 2. But we'll keep the support unit. I think the 40% support is probably a bit more useful. Plus, we're also floating off another support unit and the Blue Evolution Goku and Vegeta, who do also have Super Saiyan, so him picking up that extra link is good. Can we still one-shot here with just the attack up item? I think it looks like we don't if we don't crit. So that's important to know. So now the second turn, we almost one-shot everybody. So that means the other Broly is going to be able to finish everybody off with his AoE. This Broly is sweeping up a bunch of people with his additional super attack as well. So yeah, I think we definitely win this fight here, because getting the... So we'll do this, we'll grab these just in case. But yeah, there should be no issue with beating the fight here. So... And since we only get one turn in the last fight anyway, we might as well... Actually, I want to save the orb-changing items because I want to be able to guarantee that we get a good selection of physical orbs, because I don't want to use one of the orb-changing items in this next fight and then find that when we get to the last one, we use one of the orb-changing items and it just changes like none of the orbs. That would be really unfortunate. So we still have the attack-up item with... the actual, like, the Bulma item is still active. We are getting 90% worth of support on this turn as well. So, this should be hopefully good here. Again, we're probably not going to one-shot because we didn't last turn. So, actually, we definitely won't one-shot. Unless we get crits, maybe. And then the idea is to have the other Broly sweep things up, which he does enough damage that I think that's perfectly fine. So if you have a friend that you actually can contact, like if you're in a group together, a group chat, Facebook group, something like that, just ask one of your friends to reverse the Dragon Ball Super Broly, because that seems like the way to go, because this is going to be the final turn here. This AoE should finish everybody off. If it doesn't, we'll be in trouble, but at least the Dragon Ball Z Broly will get double supers here. So if we somehow fail to kill one or two of the enemies, he'd be able to finish them off. But yeah, as long as we get lucky with some crits, we are guaranteeing that we take everyone out here. But yeah, there you go. So it looks like after all that struggling, the simple strategy of just reverse Broly is the way to go. So this is the final turn. So we go ahead and use our nuking item. See that? Look at that. The orb change was terrible. So we use the other one. Okay, that's better. Alright, so now I guess we just have to put you in slot 1. Do we get... What do we get? Saiyan Warrior Race, prepared for battle. And they just get Super Saiyan. Definitely better to do this then, I think. I think the attack stat is actually exactly the same, but there you go. So with the nuke item, this should be GG. We're getting the 40% support from Broly and Paragus. Nuke item is in play. The Blue Evolution and Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta do get the leader skill from Double Broly. So there's the potential that they could mop up any survivors, but I think we should be okay. We're not getting crits though, which is scaring me a little bit. Wow, we didn't... Oh my god. We got a full field of physical orbs, and we didn't get any crits, so we didn't take anybody out, so we're going to have to do it again. Unless Goku and Vegeta go off here with their additionals. Man, I thought that was in the bag, but then this Broly coming through, no crits. One more? Oh, let's go! Goku and Vegeta coming in clutch to save the day. Man, that was awkward. Well, there you go. So that's physical done. I definitely got very lucky at the end there, but I mean, we got unlucky not getting any crits on Broly's AoE, but Goku and Vegeta are absolutely coming in clutch and saving the run. So I think the last run was as far as I'd got, so we'll only get one mission. As you know, we'll get the beat all the stages mission done as well. So I guess technically I have to put this one last in the video, because that is the final mission done. So let's go ahead and collect the rewards here. Get a couple more stones, as well as, I think, a sticker and some Kais, I think it is. Yeah, a couple of Kais, Hercule statues, 6 dozing Kais, and there you go. So there you go. That is all the stages of Bardock's event beaten. It definitely is tricky depending on what units you have, but I showed a couple of different strategies in these different stages, using AoE units, floating off if you only have one specific AoE unit. So definitely a few different ways to do this. So let me know your team setups down below. Help other people out. Let us know what you used if you were able to beat it. And hopefully you guys can all get these done and get all of the rewards. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.